Okay, episode number 19. Tonight, we're going to do Ryan's entries. Going to be a little bit different tonight. So we're going to do quick fire. Do you want to get on?
Yeah, mate. I'll start. I'm not going to do it in any order. It's not like my order of annoyance, but some of them are stupid, and some of them will. Yeah, we can go a bit more into detail.
We're not going to rate them.
No, yeah, because a couple of them, like, they're literally stupid. Like,
Okay.
there's like three that are like, and I'm going to go with them first, right?
All right.
Number one, you know when people have got that clicker in their mouth.
Oh, we spoke
Ah,
about this.
say again.
We've spoke about this.
Have we done it already?
Not as a point, but like it was on. It was brought up.
Yeah, actually, now you say it, I do remember. It winds me up. Like, can you not just like hold it in your hand and just pose like that? Like, that's
or
stupid. They're always like this, aren't they?
or put a tripod, put it on record, and take screenshots. That's.
Oh no, the camera quality is not as good. Oh, it's like,
Uh, I actually said that to a client. Like, he's like, "Oh, I can't do my shots," and I'm like, "Why don't you put your phone on record and then take screenshots?" He's like, "I've never thought of that." I was like,
oh, mate. Well, you saw. I put a reel up the other day about how you can prop your phone up and record. Like,
"Yeah,
this is legit a thing. Isn't it
yeah,
a thing? Like, they're like, oh, my missus ain't in. Oh, my boyfriend's not in. You're like,
yeah."
what? Like,
Even like in the gym, oh, I didn't have a tripod, bro. I don't have a tripod. I put my bottle and I put my phone there.
but this is basic shit. Like grabbing a bottle and putting your phone against the bottle is
Yeah,
like, oh, mate, I don't know.
even a dumbbell. I've done it with a dumbbell.
I've done it in all sorts. I've literally like, you put the weights on the side of a squat rack, like on the, like you load it up. And
Yes,
balance it on top of the fucking
I
weights.
know.
Like, you could just
And
be
you're like,
creative.
please don't fall, because if you're like dropping the weight,
Yeah, it's usually if I've got like a case on this, like rubber, and it sticks a little bit. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a bit annoyed about that. I fucking kicked off with one that we've already done. Right? Okay. This one we definitely haven't done.
This one, well, there's no excuse for that.
There's no excuse for that. I know we haven't done this one, and it is proper stupid. But people, when they talk about leg day, and then they do the devil horn emoji,
Uh huh.
I honestly, I don't know why, but it fucking angers me more than it's like. What's so devil horn emoji about doing legs? Like, it's usually girls as well. They'll be like, "Oh, glute day, devil horn."
Yeah,
Like what is it? Them trying to make it sexualized? Like, what? I don't know what it is. What do you think it is?
I think when guys do that, it's more like, oh, look at me, I'm hardcore, I train legs.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
girls, I mean, most girls primarily train legs anyway. So,
That's what I'm on about. Like, it's not exactly crazy because everyone does it. Like, so where's the shock? Like, I don't know why it bothers me so much, and I should probably let it go. And like, I don't know. It's not like I lose sleep over it, but it really bugs me. Like that people think they're like extreme because they're doing a glute workout or a leg day.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I hate those people.
Yeah. So and then final stupid one. Yeah, fuck it. Final stupid one is work in silence. When people are posting every day and they say that they're working in silence. Look, listen, cool. If you want to post every day, absolutely fine. Like, I fucking think it's great that people get to express themselves and show their journey and people can follow along. Great.
Yeah.
But then why are you saying you're working in silence? And they even do this emoji as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And it shouldn't trigger me, but it fucking triggers me. It just does. Like, you're one or the other. Like, it's okay to admit that you fucking post because you want a bit of interaction with your friends and followers. It's fine. So stop talking like work in silence as if it's like some like thing that it isn't, you know?
They're trying to act like they're Dorian Yates or something.
Yeah, yes. Like the big reveal, like no more
Yeah.
updates until show day. It's like no one really cares. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one cares.
And you're like, you're gonna look like shit anyway.
Shit anyway. How the podcast with Dan going as well?
So again, we were like, oh yeah, we'll be done by 10 o'clock. We started at like 8. Bro, we past midnight, it was still a fucking 4-hour podcast again, long. So I split it into two. It's good. It's good. It's just like this. It's just like a chat that we just record.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's always good to have like a good level of like either like learning material, like if you're someone like quite new to the gym within the first few years, you can watch it and take something in from it, or be
Yeah.
like slightly amusing, or be, you know, just interested in some way, shape, or form. And when I watched it as well, I found that you and him, you're both quite into the chemistry side of things, and I think that's really good for a lot of people, because like it
Especially
or
for
not,
my channel, that's the audience that was built.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I saw as well you got 1.1 million views on your first video.
I know.
1.1 million.
Bro, I had one that had 3 million, but that was a DMP video. I had to take that down.
Did you?
I thought, yeah. I thought that's not it just was not safe for people to watch. It was like, yeah, you should use it. It's fucking great.
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
To say, yeah, over time, like you've changed your mind on a few things. I mean, you were just a bit more extreme. You were less experienced then. You were a bit more.
I'll never touch that shit now. No. I will never touch that shit now.
No way. Me too. But anyway, let me I'll go on to one of my next ones. So this one is, I feel like you know, what's his name? Fucking Elliot Wise. You know,
Kuba.
Cuba. No, you know, Limitless.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this isn't going in there, by the way, but I'm just saying, I think that there's this like thing where we have to pay content creators and you have to like advertise in a certain way. So basically, people paying for videographers, and then when the video comes out and they put it on their Instagram, it's littered with mistakes. So yeah. what I do with all of my videos, bear in mind they're homemade, so they're like basic, but like I get rid of all of the ums. You'll never hear an you know, like you'll like go through all my videos, you'll never hear an because I go through it.
Yeah.
And these people are paying these videographers, and they got their fancy camera, they got their fancy, you know, the Rode microphone up here. So they got everything, they got it all in place, right? And then they can't even be bothered just to do the basic stuff. And it just bugs me. Like, what are you paying for? That's sort of shit. And I just think we live in a bit of a society, like 2023 basically makes you feel like you've got to be one of these content creators. And actually, I just think
on that point, it's what you call a hook in social media terms almost. So I've been like doing a lot of research into TikTok recently, and that's what they like. You got to catch that watcher's attention within 3 seconds. That's what they say. So you've got to have something that like grabs you to watch the video.
Right. Yeah.
So if you got they won't watch it. They'll just skip.
Yes.
So that's basically should be like number one fucking priority.
Yeah, you would think, when you're like, and I think to myself, if you're paying someone, I don't know how much they charge, but I should imagine it's, you know, not cheap.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And like, and the video looks, I mean, you can tell when one's professional and one's homemade.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you can tell. But then, as I say, they're like, do you know, like, so the example is, you know, full bore sports.
Yeah.
The guy, and actually I really like him, Robbie. He owns the company, and he did one the other day, and he's umming and ahhing, and he said the wrong word, and he's like, and I just thought to myself, it's like basic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, imagine like me going, so basically, yeah, so we've got these blueberries, but instead of, we've got these blueberries, you know, it's just small stuff, but it bugs me. And as I say, instead of focusing on what videographer to use, maybe focus on like your
content.
The actual content, but your demeanor, the way that you speak. I think like that's overlooked. That's overlooked. They're just fussed about what brand they can tag rather than actually being good.
It's a bit like when guys are like, what's the best whey protein to use? And you're like, bro, look, it doesn't fucking matter. Pick one. And if you can stick to that whey protein for a month and you stick to your meals, then we can talk about what the best one is.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's exactly like that.
Well, yeah, you know, it goes back to what we've touched on it quite a lot as well. It's like, what do you actually enjoy? So let's say the best one is cinnamon, but you hate cinnamon.
Yeah.
Like, no, but it's the best one. Yeah, but I fucking hate it. Well, do you know what I mean? So what good is it? I don't know, man. Have you seen these kind of content creators when like
I can't watch that. I just skip it because it just annoys me. Because I see that the stuff how you do it, I quite like that, because it's like you put your iPhone in, you can tell that you haven't put much thought into the production value. But
no.
You're like, right, this is the content that I want to get across, and that's what should matter.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Do you
You're
know
not like, these guys are not like, if you're JP or if you're someone that's gone past that point, then yeah, you can pay for a videographer, but
yeah,
you're just starting out. You're not.
yeah, yeah. There's loads of them dudes, and you know, like that they're sort of like 18 to 23 years old,
Yeah.
like not much muscle, and they're like, you know, like
Want to grow your chest? This is what you should do, bro. Where the fuck is your chest? You can.
bro, that's one of my points. That's one of my points. Like, if
Like,
you basically, if you don't have a body part, if you don't have a body like me, I cannot talk about how to grow a chest. I can't. Don't get me wrong, my chest is better than it was, but it's still a shit body part. So I can't talk about it. I can't.
I mean, look, you have a chest that's
I have a chest.
respectable size. From
Yeah.
where it from where it was
Yeah.
to where it is,
Yeah.
people will probably get more useful. You can probably be more useful to someone than someone, I don't know, someone that's got a massive chest, that's always had a massive chest, that they could do anything and they'll fucking grow.
Yeah. That's the irony, isn't it? The irony is, when you want to grow a big chest, you look at the guy with a big chest.
Yeah.
But actually, he isn't necessarily the person to go for, because he may have just got it just because.
Yeah.
There's
but
actually
those guys haven't got big chests, though. They haven't got big anything.
Yeah, I know. They've got like, there's no like. So, mate, I was walking through my gym literally yesterday, and there's this guy, and he's not even a bodybuilder. He's just a bloke, right?
Yeah.
And he always goes, all right, mate. He's like pleasant, he's friendly, all good. His chest, mate, his chest is ginormous, but he is a soft, like, so it's not even body fat though, but he's soft in his arms and stuff.
Yeah.
But his chest, like from front to back, is like, it's mad. And he's not strong, he's not big, he's not nothing. He's just got this big chest. So yeah, ironically, the people who have struggled to build a body part up are probably the ones to talk to.
Yeah. That have built it though.
Yeah. As long as they built something. But for me, I haven't got the nerve to create a video of how to build your chest. I just haven't, because I haven't got one to like. The only things I can talk about would be like, you know, some certain strength or back or delts, really. Like, other than that, I can't really talk.
I just, you know what, with stuff like that, how to build a chest, bro, there's a million fucking workouts on how to build a chest. Like, I'm not going to come in, like, listen to you or like someone like how to build a chest when I can go and listen to, I don't know, someone like fucking, I don't know, someone like Smart.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, what's his name? That geezer that talks about science. He trains like Terence Ruffin and all them. Like Joe Bennett.
Yeah.
Someone like that, you know?
Yeah. It's weird though, because that's what held me back from making a YouTube for years, is that I always thought, who actually gives a fuck? Like, there's people like Ben Pekulski putting out information. So why would you then click onto my profile? Why would you?
But do you know what? I actually said that in one of my videos, and someone commented, they were like, yeah, but we want to hear your point. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, I said that to you as well. I said, because you said, why do people care? And I was like, because people care about, for some reason, I don't know why, there's some people that are invested in you. They just are.
Yeah. So I'm just like, that's fair enough, but I don't get it. Why? Maybe. But you know, you see it. I mean, some of your videos get views.
Yeah, I mean, look, if views was the goal, then I probably wouldn't be doing these. I'd be doing something else, because we don't get that many views. It's not about it. I just enjoy doing it, and you do get through to some people.
But, do you know what though? Sometimes the stuff you enjoy doesn't get views, so you kind of need to try and shift it in a different way.
Yeah.
And again, it depends on a platform. I think YouTube is quite an informative platform.
Yeah. I'm always on YouTube personally, like on a personal level. I think YouTube's great. Yeah, I mean, you've got to capture the audience. I think there's...
What's your favorite platform?
YouTube.
Yeah,
like the thing that I explore the most is YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, I really like it. How about you?
TikTok, mate. Trust me, once you get into it, it's like YouTube, but better.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, one sec, mate. One sec. Hello? Hello, mate. I said to you I was just on a podcast. So would we be all right if we talk in a bit? Oh, that's all right, my man. No worries. We'll catch up after, all right? All right, mate. Cheers.
Don't cut that bit out. Leave it.
The reason why I answered is because he's literally just signed up with me and I just sent his plans over.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, and in the video I did an introduction video. I said I'm going to be on a podcast, so I won't be able to talk for the next hour. And then
right.
Yeah. So yeah, TikTok. I just mate, there's this like block in my head. I just think that everyone's like a fucking youngster. Like
no,
not
the case whatsoever.
Okay. I know we've kind of touched on it before, and yeah, I don't know, but
no, it's not. It's nothing like it. I thought that would be the case, but it's not.
Okay, I might have to give it a go. I feel like.
Tell you what though, people get it wrong because say you're a bodybuilder, and bro, the fitness content on TikTok is dead. It's fucking dead. No one watches that shit because TikTok is an entertainment platform. Right, so it's not very much like informative. So the informative stuff is like it's more like the drama stuff is what does well.
Give me an example. Hold on, my cat's at the fucking. Sorry, mate. I keep fucking. What's going on?
So like anything that's like drama or like sparks up like for people to argue.
Basically, just controversial shit is what you're saying, yeah.
Pretty much, which is why I'm doing well at it.
Yeah, that suits you. You're not as controversial as you were, though. You know,
I've had it a month. Yeah, I've had it a month. I have like 10 videos that have like 400,000 views. It's mental, fucking mental.
What this like recently?
Yeah, I've had it a month. Yeah,
what videos, mate? I'm so sorry. I've got to feed my cat.
And I've done a lot of research on how the algorithm works and that. But look, I don't know if you could see that. I've got 7,000 followers on there.
Yeah.
I've been on there a month. Like these videos, you could see they've got like 300,000-400,000 views.
What are you doing in them that warrants that?
So again, mine's basically around tattoos. So based on tattoos, a lot of it. So I've done some fitness content, gets fuck all views. No one gives a fuck. So if you start stuff that's like drama based and gets people to argue and pissing people off, and you know, you go and comment on someone's shit and fucking kicks off in the comment section, that's the shit that does well. So you got to like trigger people on there. That's kind of like so like it will be something like 5 tattoos that you're gonna regret in 10 years. And they're like, who the fuck are you to tell me I'm gonna regret the tattoos and this and this and this? Well, look at your tattoos, are shit.
But I can't be arsed with that shit. I can't be arsed with that.
Yeah, you can. You fucking argue. Bro, you're the one that you argue way more than me.
Wait, hold on a minute. When was the last time I argued? And I don't mean with you, I mean like online.
All the time. You're so easily triggered.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm easily triggered, yes. But when do I actually argue?
It's not like an argument. It's more like that's not argument. That's more you kind of like say something that you know is going to trigger people, is going to kick off. And then they just argue amongst themselves.
But believe it or not, like I've come to a conclusion in my own head in the last like 3 or 4 years that I don't want to do that because it just ends up winding me up more. So
because they're not people that you give a fuck about.
I know, but Chad, like so when we first met, we were both more controversial.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm going to say for me, I've dramatically toned it down because I just can't be bothered with drama. I can't bother with. It's
not that controversial. So, for example, yeah, look at. So one of the it's wording. That's what it is. So, for example, that one video that I put up that's got 307,000 views. It's called the evolution of male toxic tattoos. So then you got like the 90s and you got a tribal, you got 2000s, you got such, and then people that have tribal, they're like, oh, like kick off.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
Did you
so,
post that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's your input of that? Like about your like fucking head shit?
What do you mean?
So it says 90s, 2000s, and then are you in the video? Are you like showing your time?
I'm saying like being toxic it is in like kind of in the 90s. That's what it like. If you've got these tattoos, that's you.
Okay.
I'll send you it. You can have a look.
I get it.
Um,
I can see why that would trigger people, to be fair.
you're breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
My cat is fucking going mental. Here he is, mate. So yeah, oh, mate. So I don't know if I can be bothered with the aggro of doing that, to be honest with you. It just feels like the direction that I want things to go in, that doesn't feel like it's going to go there. Because you said yourself, it's not about fitness, right? It's not about bodybuilding or fitness.
Oh, it's not about fitness, but I mean, I guess you can make it about fitness, but I'm not one of those people that will kind of say like the things that work. You can't. That's it's not. It's not fancy. It's not. It's not really worth. There's not. It's not like much you can talk about because it's like, oh, to grow your bicep, you got to do what a Kuba does. You're like, oh, and
Well,
I can't do that.
well, think about what direction you want your life to go in the next few years. I don't want mine to go in. I want it to be involved in bodybuilding, and I feel like TikTok's not going to give me that. See what I'm saying? Do you actually get what I'm saying?
But it is a platform. But it is a platform that carries over into all your other stuff.
So yeah, so you can create business, like more people follow you, and
yeah,
I guess so.
TikTok is about my personality. It has nothing to do with bodybuilding. But also that's obviously to do with like the other platforms that I'm on. Like for example, OnlyFans. That's pretty much 80% of the people that are going to come your way. That's where they're going to come from.
So OnlyFans.
Yeah, okay. That's like a huge driver.
What people do you talk to on OnlyFans?
They're just gay men, pretty much.
Just gay men, innit? Is there any women?
I mean,
are any women signed up to you?
You don't know because it doesn't tell you their name, so it could be anyone.
Okay, but gay men are asking for like personalized videos and shit, yeah?
Personalized and the stuff you post on there.
So what are they asking you and Beck to do?
Oh no, it's just me. It's just mine. She's got her own one.
Okay, so what are they asking you to do?
Just regular shit, like wanking videos and all sorts of stuff. But just and stuff like that. Yeah, fuck it.
So you wank to a load of gay dudes for how much?
Well, it depends. So if you're saying, I don't know, so like $15-$20 for like a 2-minute video.
Hold on a minute. $20, so not even 20 quid, $20, and you have to beat off on a camera for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, but if you've got 100, okay, say I'm just starting out, yeah, and I've got about 100 fans, right? Say if I've done that for a year, and now I'm at like top 1%, yeah, and I have 1,000 people that all pay £10 a month for your like basic sort of to be on your platform. On top of that, they buy all your personalized videos.
Can you make a video and then say who would like this, and then your 1,000 fans can go yes and pay £20 each?
Yeah, that's what you do. You basically make the video, you put it on there, and it says, right, it's 15 quid. That's the video. You gotta like pay the 15 quid to unlock it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So potentially you could make one video and then like 20 dudes buy it.
Yeah.
So then 20 times 20. Yeah. Okay. But then you're spending your whole life just wanking. I don't know, man. How does that make you feel? And I'm not talking about morally. I'm not talking about, do you feel worthless? No, none of that shit. What I mean is you're literally just talking to gay dudes and beating off. How does that make you feel?
You fucking talk to gay dudes. Bro, we get messaged by gay dudes all the time anyway.
But I don't wank off to them.
Maybe you wank off to porn or to like whatever the fuck else. So you ban your misses and you put it on there because they like to watch that shit too. So and then you post videos of you doing just random shit and then just buy them. They buy it. They enjoy seeing that.
I don't know if I'm sold on this one, mate. But yeah, hey, mate, to each their own. Who gives a shit if you want to do it?
Ah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. You know what? I quite enjoy it because for me, I'm like an attention. Any attention is good attention for me. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What?
You
How?
get annoyed at that when they message you and you get annoyed at you. Like I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel if a man propositions you? Because we talked about this before. Do you remember? We're talking about how much to get fucked or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So let's say a man says, "We'll
yeah,
meet in person. Like I've been following you now for a few months. Meet you in person. I'll give you
yeah.
£1,000 and I can fuck you."
Oh, they don't want that. They're not. They're not those type. Like I don't think any of my followers on there want that. They want to be fucked or to watch something like that. You
Right.
know what I mean? They're
Okay.
not. They're not.
Okay. So they say, "Can you fuck me for £1,000? I only live like 20 mile away." What do you say?
Not for £1,000. Not for £1,000. No way.
Two,
No.
five,
No. Like it has to be like worth it. Worth it for me to be like okay.
10 grand.
10 grand. 10 grand. Fine.
So that's the number. 10 grand's the number.
10 grand doesn't. No, look, it depends on it, but like it's there. It's not like that. I think with OnlyFans, it's almost like they see that and they're just like because they see you on there all the time doing your bodybuilding, doing your posing and that. So they just want. They kind of like want you to be like your mate or like whatever. So they think, well, I'm going to pay him, so he's going to talk to me.
Would you say that there's a part of you that is bi-curious?
No, not a single part in me thinks, oh, I'd want to try it with a guy. No, not a single bit.
Unless there was 10 grand.
Unless it's 10 grand. And even at that point, I don't even know how I would bring myself up to do that because it's kind of like, what am I going to have to watch porn with a girl in there, or like how will that work?
Mm. Yeah, what if you fuck the guy and then all of a sudden you realize that you liked it? Oh shit.
Oh shit.
You know,
Well, yeah, but look, like we both. I'm sure you've got gay mates as well. Like I do, right?
So yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know gay
Like,
guys.
yeah, I'm not against it. You do what you want.
No,
You know,
yeah,
I'm not.
no, of course not. No.
I'm not like, oh, this person. Like, I
No,
don't give a fuck. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy. Like, I'm not one of those people that I don't give a fuck.
no.
For me, I don't ever look at a guy and I find him remotely attractive. It's not a thing for me. But like, if that's so and so, fine.
Yeah. And I haven't got many gay friends, but that's not because I'm choosing not to. I just don't move in the same circles. It just doesn't happen that way. And what I find with gay guys, like I don't want to fucking put them all into one box, but unfortunately, I'm gonna fucking do it a little bit now. They always seem like they're very, very sexually driven. It seems like everything's an innuendo. Do you know what I mean? Everything's like, oh, and it's like
they like what they like is that they like the straight guys. That's what they like straight guys.
I got propositioned years back. I was at a house party.
Yeah.
We were doing a load of drugs. It was like fucking 3-4 in the morning or something. And this guy was massaging me, but he was really popular in town. Everyone knew him. He was a DJ. He was massaging me, and I had my jacket on and stuff. And everyone was in the room. And he goes, "Take your jacket." He whispered. He goes, "Take your jacket off. I'll do it properly." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." Took my jacket off, and he was doing it. And he was my mate. And everyone started like laughing and shit. And I was like, "It's just his name's Marcus." I was like, "It's just Marcus. Don't worry about it." And anyway. And then he whispered in my ear, he went, "Do you want to go and fall around in the other room?" And my mate heard it and he fucking started cracking up and he went and got some condoms and he threw them at me. And I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." And then I never actually spoke to that guy again because obviously I said no. And it was really awkward.
Yeah.
And he left. And I've genuinely never seen him again from that time. And he was my friend. So, and then from that point on,
I'll tell you what, yeah. I'll tell you what, you got to set the boundaries.
Yeah.
Like really fucking like you got to be strict with it. So for example, I have these guys that always message me on shit, and they're like, they'll message you on that. And you got to be like, right, you do not send me dick pics. You do not do this. You do not do this. Otherwise, I'll fucking block you. You're like, I'm like, you're here. Huh?
Do you find that they do that if you don't then? If you don't
No,
set those
they
boundaries,
don't do that.
they do that?
They don't do that because you tell them that you're like, right, I'm in charge here. You do not send me dick pics. If you do, you'll get blocked.
But what I'm saying
right away.
What I'm saying is, if you don't say that, do you find that they do send dick pics and flirt and shit?
Probably, absolutely, because they think that's okay.
But that's my point. Gay guys are so promiscuous. Like they're always.
So are straight guys.
Hold on. Well, yeah, a little bit, yeah. But do you just speak to a girl that you think's nice and then just immediately send a dick pic or like no?
But
or maybe you do. I don't know.
We don't.
But some blokes do. Some blokes
do. That's what I'm saying.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think the problem is men. Men are fucking like ravenous. They're like so thirsty all the time. Like
but you notice they're the men that women don't want. Me and you. I'm not saying we're big headed, right? But I can pretty much say any girl that I look at and I'm like, I could get her. Fine.
I used to think that when I was
95% of women that I would be attracted to, I'm almost certain they would be attracted to me. And with the right approach, I can get them.
So I used to think that, and I don't anymore, because I think it depends on a few things. So some girls that you might find attractive, they find a certain type of man attractive. So, for example, we're muscular guys. Immediately, you probably put off about like 80% of female population. So that's number one. Number two,
I think you. But hold on. Okay, let me ask you this: how many times have you been turned down by a girl that you find attractive?
A few.
Like
a few, but not blatant like that. I don't walk over to her and go, "Do you fancy it?" And then she's like, "No." Like not like that, but like I've tried to get certain goals in my past and it hasn't quite worked out. Yeah, for sure.
But that could be many factors. That could be personality. Yeah. That could be loads of different things.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm on about. So I don't believe that I can get any goal. Whereas when I was younger, I did think it, but I don't anymore because, as I say, like, sometimes it's economic.
For the most part.
Again, sometimes
girls that you'll be attracted to likely are going to be attracted to you because you've got a type, and most girls seem to have a certain type. So I like girls with tattoos, right? I like tattoos on girls. Most girls that I would find attractive would find me attractive back because of the tattoos.
The tattoo thing, yeah.
So
yeah, okay. I get that. Well, the thing is with you, you've got a thing. You're muscular, but you're a tattoo muscular guy.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just a muscular guy. And what I found is the more muscular I got over the years, the less females liked me. So when I was probably your age, is probably when girls were most interested in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was like, I had a bit of muscle and you could see my abs, but I was kind of small. Like, you know what I mean? And I used to get a lot of female attention then, but as I've got older, I got less and less and less. And as I said, it's not just because of the muscles, but it's also, I think sometimes women like money, and like so like if you own a company and you've got £1 million in the bank, I think like this is so there are some women that you can't attain because of that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, look, I'm not saying 100% every time, but I'm saying for the most part, we're the type of guys that probably wouldn't struggle to get the women we want. Whereas a lot of the guys that will randomly send a girl a dick pic aren't like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you wouldn't. Yeah, that's a good point. So you wouldn't get like a guy with like, he's really popular, he's good looking, he's got loads of girls after him. He wouldn't be sending his dick out to a load of random chicks.
Oh,
he would talk into a few, and then if they asked for it, he would send it.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. I see that. But it seems to me, again, I don't want to tar them all with the same brush, but a lot of gay guys seem to fall in that category. In my experience, they seem to just immediately jump for like, dick pics and fucking flirtation and I don't know.
Forget boundaries. That's important.
I'm not close enough to any gay guys to ever get to that point.
I'm not close to any gay guys like that, but the ones I speak to, they tend to be quite submissive. But you got to show them that you can be like, right, look, I'm fucking boss.
I bet that turns them on, doesn't it?
Don't know, but like I literally, bro, I had someone like that literally like a couple of days ago. I said to him, look, you can't fucking do that. I said, if you fucking do that again, I will block you. I'm like, you paid to see my fucking ass. I'm like, I don't want to fucking see your ass. Don't fucking send me that shit again. And he was like, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, I had a guy and he was like, can I send you a photo of me? And I was like, I'm all right.
Yeah. No, you got to be like, no, you fucking send me a photo. You're going to get fucking blocked. You
yeah, well, I actually just blocked him because I couldn't bother the conversation. But,
sure, but because you don't gain anything out of it.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
When they pay you, it's a bit different.
I think that's my problem, right? So going back to like the OnlyFans thing and like, are you cool doing it? I think my problem is, yes, money's cool, but if money came and the way for me to get that, I had to speak to like 10 gay guys a day, be a bit flirty.
You don't have to be flirty at all. You're the alpha. That's what they want. They want you to, like, especially with the muscle and that, bro. You'd kill it on. That's what they want. I don't even bother. I just ignore them most of the time. I just put videos up. I fucking ignore them. Like, you know what I mean? You're like.
Once upon a time, I had a guy who was I don't know what you call it. I think it's called a FinDom, financial domination.
So we both had this guy. We spoke about this before.
Oh yeah.
He came to me first, and then he must have seen you, and I think he went to you, and he goes back and forth. He was messaging me again the other day, like, yeah.
Peng Lily.
Yeah. They're what you call cash slaves. So I have a couple of them actually. They'll just buy you shit and send you money just for no fucking reason. And you just either have to like abuse them because that's what, depending on what they're into. But they get off on like.
Yeah. That Peng Lily didn't want me to be nice to him. He was like talk down to me.
And they tell you what words they want you to use. But again, that's just one fetish kind of type thing. Like the feet is a big thing. Yeah. But like girls get weird shit. Like, so my missus was getting some guy was like, look, I've got a fetish of basically like asking women to speak to me, like to want me to like get him pregnant.
So yeah. He wants Beck to say, get me pregnant.
Yeah, I really want you to get me pregnant and things like that. Yeah, shit like that.
I actually haven't heard that one.
Yeah, bro, there's all sorts of shit, like a weird shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of a lot, and like over the years, I was exposed to a lot of it. But yeah, that specific one, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, to be fair, that was the first I heard that.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking doing that.
And how much money do you make off your OnlyFans?
Bro, I've been on it like a month, and we started it together, like a couples one, and then we kind of found out that the gays didn't want to see her, and the straight blokes didn't want to see me. So I was a bit like, well, I don't want to post my ass on there, like, because then that puts them off. So we're kind of right. We're going to split it. So we split it. I've had mine about 3 weeks, I reckon, maybe now 4, like a month. And imagine, so put it this way, like they pay you a tenner for to be on the platform where you kind of post like teasers and shit like that. I mean, you post your dick on there, shit like that, right? But like that's just a tenner, right? So if you got 100 of them, which we both do, just off of that, and then obviously the private videos is where you get to that you make money.
So you've both got 100 followers already.
Yeah.
Subscribers. Okay, so that's £1,000 then, straight away.
Yeah. So I put a video on TikTok when it was basically just me in back when I used to work security. It was just me in my uniform, and the caption on the top was like, "When they see your Twitter." So everyone fucking goes to my Twitter, right? And then I had about 60 fucking messages on my requests, and I just sent it to everyone, sent the links, and they go and fucking sign up. Easy.
I think, do you know what? I think this is, we're different people, sure, but I think you're 10 years younger than me. I think if it was 10 years ago for me, I might be more inclined to to be more open to this, but I'm 35 now, and I'm like, oh, fuck that.
No, it's not that. What it is you're not money driven. You're not really massively bothered about money. For me, I want loads of different ways to earn money. So for me, money is a thing. Like I want to be like fucking earning millions. That's my goal.
Yeah,
That's my goal.
yeah. Money is important to me, but not the same way as you. Yeah, okay,
right. So for me, I'm like thinking, okay, well, I look at these guys that are like top 1% on OnlyFans, right? So you think, right, charging them, say if you get to that top 1%, you're not going to be charging tenner for your entry kind of to membership. But let's say you're a fiver, because at that point, it's numbers. So a fiver. So that straight away, I know people that have like thousands of fans. So let's say you've got 1,000, which is actually pretty easy to get to. That straight away is $5,000. So and all those people,
1,000 people buy your video for a fiver, yeah.
No, 1,000 people are on your platform. Just to be on the platform, you've got to pay just to be on the platform. It's not a free platform.
Yeah, and then they pay extra for the little video.
And then they pay extra to see the content.
I guess so. I don't think
at that point, mate, I know people personally that like have bought houses and they're earning 10 grand a month.
This guy at my gym does it. Charlie, you know Charlie London?
Oh, yeah. Bro, he's making a fucking killing.
I know he earns a lot. Yeah, I know he earns a lot.
And that's just off of that.
Yeah.
And then you got coaching, and then you've got fucking you get 1 million followers on TikTok. That pays you. They pay you to make content.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look, we put all this effort into looking how we look, and you can capitalize on that. You, with the look you've got on TikTok, just going there, pulling your top and look like flexing your abs, that will get like 100,000 views because there aren't that many people like that on them. So, you know.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
It's almost like, why are you doing this if you're not going to actually get anything out of it and make money?
No, because I don't get enjoyment from that. I bodybuild because I love bodybuilding. You know what I mean?
But the byproduct is the physique, which you can use to.
Yeah, I guess so.
Make money out of it.
Yeah, I guess so, and I kind of do, you know. But I lead a life that I'm quite happy with. Like, I don't know if I want to make it all sexualized and shit. I don't know.
Well, that's just one avenue. Like, you don't have to. Like, again, for me, I kind of thought, you know what? More than anything, I enjoy it. I actually enjoy that.
That's what matters.
That's what matters. Yeah. So that's what it is. But it's like different little things. Like, for example, we're going to do a couple of things with the cars this year, where proms, hen-dos, things like that. You know, that's another thing like you do. You know, so all these things add up.
Yeah, I get that.
So
yeah, fair play to you. Yeah, you're thinking like entrepreneurial. I get it, but I don't think that's where my head's at. I just don't.
No, and look, that's fine. I mean, you know, money isn't you know, for everyone's. They think, yeah, as long as I've got enough to where I'm happy, that's fine. But no, I want like more. I'm not just happy with just that.
Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense.
You know.
Makes sense. Yeah, mate. Where are we at with this? I don't know. We detoured.
We've lost it, didn't we?
Content creators and then still stuttering.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Kind of along the same lines, like, if you've seen these content creators and they're like, hey, everyone, try these 3 exercises to blow up your legs. And it's just like, okay, well, if I were to ask you now, what are the choices on legs? Like, that's a genuine question. What things could you do on legs?
Quads?
Yeah, quads.
Well, you've got a squat, a leg press, potentially something unilateral. So, you know, like a lunge or a split squat and an extension.
Right. So there's only 4 things. So these people,
I mean, like the leg press could be one leg. So, you know, you've got a leg press movement, a squat movement, and an extension.
Yeah, squat, leg press, extension, lunge, and then unilateral. Yeah. So basically, there's only a finite amount of things, right? And then these people are like, hey guys, if you want to blow up your legs, try these things. And then it's a leg press, extension, squat. And you're like, for me, look, it probably works, and that's why that Limitless is fucking making a lot of money. Cool, but like that's just a load of shit. Like, who watches that? Even like youngsters who watch that and goes, "Oh yeah, I didn't think of that." Oh shit!
You know what? You'll be surprised, because that's what me and Dan were saying. It's almost like we just assume people know that shit.
I guess okay. Well, then I guess then what happens then is who you're appealing to, because
Yeah,
those videos are appealing to absolute, like, you know, like your mum. Your mum who doesn't, yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I might go to the gym," like, but I don't want to appeal to them.
no, I don't.
You like target your audience, and I feel like Limitless, that it's just a bullshit. If you want to target your audience, and also they're always talking about raising your prices.
Yeah. So that Limitless only works for the guy. It doesn't work for the clients, because he'll go, you got to teach your clients to do leg press. They fucking know that shit.
Yeah, exactly. But what I mean is, if you're charging like 200, 250, 300, 400 for coaching, and then you're targeting audience like you know, like proper newbies, the two doesn't equate.
No,
it doesn't equate. So it just makes no sense. So I keep seeing it like, and I'm going to tag in this one as well. Basically, they do like a tutorial on a machine.
Yeah.
They go, "All right, guys. So today I'm going to run you through the leg extension," and you're like, I'm not being funny, right? If my mum got on a leg extension, she could do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a technical move. However, a deadlift, or even like row variations, or even like certain like free bar pressing, dumbbell pressing, that takes technique. But a leg extension, genuinely, who couldn't do that?
Yeah.
And then you've got people going, right, so what you do is you sit in and you get your legs ready, and then you just extend up, and you're like,
so a machine, that's the point. A machine is fixed, so you can sit in it and do that. It does it for you.
100%.
That's the point.
I feel like these people, they've obviously got someone like a business mentor to tell them to do this shit. But honestly, if you don't see through that, okay, if you're brand new to the gym, fair enough. But if you don't see through that, you're a fucking bit of a moron.
They tell everyone to use exactly the same template. Someone was telling us that, wasn't it? That they use exactly the same templates. You can tell that it's him because he gives exactly the same thing to everyone.
Absolutely. Well, he tried to he inboxed me, the guy who owns it, Elliot, and he was trying to sell to me. I could tell he was like, "So, how about if we could increase your revenue without increasing your workload?" And I was like, "How?" And he was like, "Up your prices."
You're like, wow. Wouldn't you feel like a rip-off, charging £200 a month, like your clients, to, especially like a lifestyle client, where they send you pictures and you're like, "You look good, keep doing what you're doing," because that's what it is, right?
A lot of the time, they don't need changes. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, with my lifestyle clients, I probably barely make change. Like the training never changes pretty much for months and months.
I change it because I know that they get bored. But what I'm doing is I'm just ordering it different.
Yeah. No. I mean, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
It's not very technical. It doesn't have to be.
No, definitely not. In fact, the opposite is probably better for lifestyle.
Isn't it? Yeah. Simpler. Especially a lot of those lifestyle clients, majority of them come up really fat. So the work is, right, you're 40 kilos overweight. So that 40 kilos, you're probably going to stay on the same diet for months and months. It probably won't change it much once we get you in a deficit. It's just a matter of just sticking to it.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Well, that will feed into my next one, actually. They all sort of like seem to link into each other, right? Anyway, but yeah, basically, coaches charging fucking 250 plus a month.
What do you think is a reasonable price a month to charge?
So I think if I went to a coach and he said 200, that would be okay. More, and I start to question whether I want him or not.
200 a month for a lifestyle client, or for someone like?
I was talking about me. For a lifestyle client, you probably want to pay 100, 125. That's probably fair in this industry. But you know, like I fucking love him and I'm with him, Martin. But I'm sponsored by him, so I don't pay anything, right? So my coaching's free, but I'm pretty sure Martin's like north of 250. I think he's like 300. I think. And if he made me pay, I just wouldn't. I'm sorry to say it, Martin, because if you ever watch this, I love you, mate, and I think you're really good, but I would leave.
I don't think it's worth £300 a month.
Nor do I.
To tell you, because again, like, I think Dan put a story up. He's like, exactly that, saying exactly that. What the fuck is it with these coaches charging so much? It's almost like energy balance. You adjust your food down, like say you're in a diet, you adjust your food down and your cardio up, and that's it.
Yeah, definitely. I will say a lot of people don't have that knowledge, and that's fair enough. But still, it's not worth £300 a month.
No. Do you think a lot of these clients? So myself, I kind of like pride myself in the fact that I retain clients. I have clients that I've had for 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Not many people can say that.
No, true.
Because I don't rip my clients off. I don't rip them off, especially the ones that have been with me for forever. I don't like their prices.
How much do you charge? Do you charge different to them ones than new ones?
Yeah, I charge them all different.
So what are the old ones on?
Bro, I mean, I've had people that have started them at 60 quid a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why would I up it? You've been there for the last 5 years.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you charge newbies now?
120.
Yeah.
So okay, 100 for, because if you pay for like 3 months, it comes up 100 or 120 a month. Yeah. It's either 100 for 3 months or 120 for a month.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I just don't see it worth. I just don't think it's worth that much.
Well, again, to use your words against you there, but a lot of people don't. To you, it's really basic. To a lot of people, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, and
what I do is basic. What I feel like for the work I put in, it's not worth £200 a month. I think my work is worth £100 a month. When a lifestyle client checks in and they're like, "I've dropped half a kilo. What do you do?" "Okay, nice, good job, carry on."
Basically,
I didn't drop this week.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. But now you're like, that's part of the job. You need to be that person who pats them on the back and says, "Well done." They need that reassurance because if you didn't exist, what would they be doing? Week on week, they'd be changing. They'd be like they'd change and they'd change and they'd change. So they need you to say, "Whoa."
Sure. But I can't see that being worth, like I said, more than 100 quid a month. Just don't.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with you, mate. I think people are charging ridiculous amounts. And again, it's like stupid content creators. What's the other thing? My other point.
And then they go, "Oh, well, if you want someone cheaper, you can go to someone less good." Bro, fuck off. I can have as many fucking clients as I want. I'm not taking on any more clients. I was at 60. I came down to 45 because again, I'm dying. I'm like, I don't want the ag of the people I didn't want to work with. So I'm at 45.
Yeah, definitely. I won't go above, like, I've never ever been above 75 because it's actually too much like of a headache. And I start to not enjoy like my own training as much.
Yeah. So, and with those people then, the people that you do charge £200 a month, they kind of see that through because they're like, "Well, hold on, I'm paying him £200 a month. He hasn't changed fuck all for the last 2 months." That's partly because you don't need to change anything.
Yeah.
But at that point, you kind of think, I can do that myself.
Well, yes, again, yes and no. And here's why, because sometimes no change is a thing in itself. Like, yeah. I don't know about you. Like, imagine like someone who wasn't really clued up. They would be changing a lot, and you know they would, right? So when they've got you to reassure them, you know.
How many times do you have to hold clients back where they're like, "I want to change. I want to like, are we going to make changes?" And you're like, "No." You're like, "Hold it." Oh, and then they're like, "Yeah, but I haven't dropped." And I'm like, "Trust me, you're fine. You're on track."
Probably, I would say 75% of my conversations with clients is a version of that. Like, in some way, shape, or form, basically getting that message across. You need to know when to not change, just as much as you know when you need to change. You know. Yeah. I think So my problem, and it needs to go in room 101, is like basically these companies that make you believe that you're worth 250, 350, 450 a month. It's just a load of shit, and then they tell you to create videos of how to do a leg extension. Get to
bro, these people that aren't even like Martin, or they aren't even like Tom, or they aren't like the top coaches. That fine. Do you know what? You've got 300 top placings. Go ahead, charge £200 a month. Why? Because you have the, like, when you're, let's say, a consultant, and you're like, "I'll charge you £200 a month, £200 for an hour." Why? Because I've got the like something to back up myself with. These guys that do that, they're like, they've got fuck all.
Do you know what my problem is with that? What you just said though, as much as I agree, if you've like got the credentials, you can do it. But I still get fucking pissed off. It's like London prices, you know, like, well, it's in London, so therefore you can charge, you know, £20 for a beer.
Yeah,
like, that pisses me off, mate. And it's not because I don't have money. Like, you know, like, have you ever been somewhere and like, okay, the other day I went to a concert and it was £8 for a can of Coke.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't have the money. I've got the money. It's all good. Of course, I've got £8. But what I mean is, it's not like breaking my bank. It just pisses me off.
It just takes the piss. It's like when you go to the cinema and they're like £5 for a fucking, you know, like, I can go to Tesco's and get it for £1.
100%. You get a fucking multi-pack for that.
But then do it.
Yeah.
When we still go to the cinema and we still pay it because we're like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, I think I'll fuck it. I think, but like Martin can warrant it because he has got the resume now, but I honestly wouldn't pay it. And it's not because I don't love the guy. I just wouldn't. I'd go somewhere else. I would. Yeah. So yeah, it's fine. So yeah, that needs to go in room 1 of mine as far as I'm concerned. Fucking telling people how to do a stupid fucking leg extension, 3 exercises to blow your chest up. Let me guess, press and fly variations.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And again, like I said, the people that are doing that, they're not people that have actually got like anything to back it up with. They're just kids that 100%. Have no fucking muscle. And they're like, yeah, message me for coaching. And you're like, you've got no fucking clients. You've never taken anyone to stage. You've never actually gotten anyone in fucking shape. But then you're trying to fucking charge them 200 quid. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, man. It's monkey see, monkey do. These youngsters see someone else doing it and they think, oh, that's how you get clients. That's how you do it. So I better make this dickhead video going and fucking like with a little.
Funny enough, that works for some, doesn't it?
Mate, it's always going to work. And that's the thing. Like, as much as we can sit and moaning like a couple of old men, it still works for a lot of people, doesn't it? It just does. Like, it just.
What I just don't like is ripping people off. That's what I don't like. 100%.
But I feel like anyone with half a fucking brain and like the ability to think for yourself can see through this bullshit. Like, surely.
Yeah.
It just winds me up, man. Hold on, let me get my dog. So yeah, we can agree. That goes into room 101. What else have we got? So this one, the first one I wrote was it's basically just Kuba again.
Okay. Just Kuba, that's it. Kuba.
I wish still had said Kuba. Using using big words unnecessarily. You know, actually, no, that's not really Kuba, to be fair. It's these fucking small dickheads again. You know, like the words like potentiate and fucking elicit and load exposure. And I'm sure you've seen it as well, yeah?
I have, yeah.
You have no business talking about these. Basically, I think it's inadequacies. You know, like if someone's got a small dick, like they're making up for it with a nice car. That's the If you've got small muscles, you're making up for it with big words. You know what I mean? You're trying to make yourself seem more than you are.
But how? See, I can't wrap my head around that. Okay, bodybuilding is a visual sport, visual endeavor, right? So I look at you and I'm like, he looks good. I want to look like that. Not, oh, he knows a lot. I'll ask, like, what the fuck?
Well, it's a mix of both because, like, you know, like I know he's not bodybuilding, but have you heard Eddie Hall talk about training?
Yeah,
he's completely clueless.
He's half retarded, but like, we're talking about Eddie Hall. I mean, like, I wouldn't take advice from Eddie Hall.
Okay. Who's the greatest bodybuilder of all time? Not a trick question. Who?
Ronnie.
And what does Ronnie Coleman know about training?
Hold on.
He's a bit of a moron when it comes to training.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Would you look at Ronnie Coleman and be like, I would rather copy his workout to, I don't know, someone like fucking, Kuba. Like a science guy. Kuba.
So basically you're saying, is it like, yeah, buddy, or fucking like holding onto the bench doing that 45-degree angle row?
Which we know that works. Which we know that the fucking, you know, moving a bit of weight, which is what we do, fucking works.
Who would I write? No, that's actually a funny question because I don't know if I would want to do Ronnie's work.
No, Ewan.
Anything.
But, you know Ewan, yeah? He put a story up. Goes, right?
Yeah.
What was your answer?
So say it for the purpose of the video.
So the question was, would you rather listen to Dorian Yates or he had like a bunch of like basically like ratty fucking bodybuilders that were like science geeks.
Yeah. Who would you?
I said Dorian Yates.
Oh yeah, I'd listen to Dorian Yates more so. Yeah, but Dorian Yates is. I know I'm being pedantic now, but Dorian Yates is more smart than Ronnie.
Oh, the first time he said Ronnie, so I said to him, I said, yeah, you should have said. I said I still would listen to Ronnie, but I said he's probably not a good example. And he goes, fair point. So we changed it to Dorian Yates.
Right, okay. And you know, so I'm being pedantic, but I would choose Dorian in that scenario. But I do think a lot of people assume because someone's got good genetics that they all of a sudden know what they're talking about. Like Ronnie Coleman, I bet before he even touched the weight, he was ridiculous. I bet like
I tell you what, it's not the genetics. I think it's the years of training. Because what you can get out of that is, well, I did this, I tried that. That worked, that didn't.
Right. Oh, okay. So you'd rather listen to
experience.
You'd rather listen to someone with loads of experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Someone who's tried a lot of different methods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I definitely don't want to listen to some 20-year-old fucking ratty bullshit like talking about like potentiate. Like, when have you ever heard the word potentiate? Like, shut up. Fucking hell.
They just go and copy that off of like JP or someone.
Or Kuba.
Or Cuba.
Well, yeah. I just keep saying the word Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuba should just be like a point in room 101. He should have his own section. Cuba, period.
We need to talk like, don't turn into a Cuba. Like, basically, it needs to become a noun or a verb. Is it a verb? No, a noun. No, he's already a noun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, a verb. Yeah, we need to call it. Don't Cuba it. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah,
I've gone and Cuba it. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah,
mate. I think
next time you put a training video and you're like, you need to do this with the lats, I'll be like, you're Cubaing it.
He's Cubaed the back workout. I think the industry is fucked, mate. With not fucked. That's wrong. It's just overrun with skinny youngsters and this like business mentor bullshit.
Yeah. I think again, like we pick on Cuba because he's kind of like on the forefront of like what we normally talk about, but there's people that are way worse than like Cuba. Like Cuba's a good one. He's a good bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And he's a nice guy. Like I actually watch his video, like YouTube videos, and he's cool. I like Cuba. I like him. I don't dislike him.
No, I agree.
I just think that sometimes he doesn't target his audience how he should, because he's talking to us. Technically, he's talking to the higher level guys. He's not talking to fucking the starters.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, mate. Cuba's a really good bodybuilder. Like, no, I know he's not a great pro, but he's a good bodybuilder, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think
better than both of us. So
yeah, for sure.
We can't say shit.
Cuba's better than 99% of everyone in the UK. Easy, like not an point. Like you know.
Yeah.
But he just goes over the top with the fucking words. But at least he's got muscle to show for it.
True.
At least he's got muscle to show for it, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, fucking hell. Big words. Yeah. It's got to go in. It's got to go in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think I'm almost through my list. Tutorials and machines, yeah. If you have a shit body part, yeah. Okay. I got a couple more. Quick fire.
Still.
When people say come in at 80%, but I think we've done that before, haven't we?
Oh, we've done that before.
Yeah.
The Steven physique. I'm at 80%, bro. I'll be so much better at finals.
And he comes to the finals like,
yeah.
Yeah, don't come into shows at 80% and also stop lying. Like a load of shit. You just weren't ready. This one's not even bad. It just wound me up. I read it today.
If you say let's put you in that position where you are 80%, right?
Yeah.
Because let's say you've cheated on your diet or you're behind for like whatever reason, would you go at the show and say, I'm at 80%, or would you not do the show?
I would not do the show, but if you're invested and you feel like you're going to let people down, you might do it. You know, like sometimes people are like, "Oh, we're coming, bro. We're going to come and see you."
So let's say you are 80%,
yeah,
and you go and do that show, which then qualifies you for the final, yeah. So, but then you know that you're not going to be at your best for that final. Would you still do it? No,
definitely not. I think we're, as humans as well, we work off like momentum. And
yes.
if you go to a show and get spanked, it doesn't matter that you're 80%. If you get spanked, your confidence going into the next show, it's going to be, you know what I mean?
Especially bodybuilding is like 95% mental, isn't it?
Oh, mate, if you are in your own head and you're not confident, it's going to show the way that you pose and hold yourself.
Yeah.
Like you saw me on stage this year, and I looked like I was actually enjoying myself. I should imagine, right? Because I certainly was. I felt it.
Yeah, you felt confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I wasn't like that, I would have acted different, and everything would have been a bit more shielded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you think, I asked Dan this exact same question, can you get in, say, your condition, not your condition, because your condition is your condition, and only you can look like that, and people that have competed for 10 years still don't look like that, for a first show? Like, can you get to that leanness, or does it...
The condition that I get in, is that possible for a first timer?
Let's say for myself, can I get in that shape on a first show, or will it be slightly like less and then gets better with time?
No, 100% you can get in that shape. Yeah, definitely.
It's just a matter of dieting hard enough.
Yeah.
So as long as you diet,
given enough time, everyone can get like proper condition. Yeah, definitely. I think I've seen some first timers like the year just gone. There's a guy called Sam. I'll get him up quick. Yeah, and he as a first time, it was ridiculous.
Sam, is it Sam Mead, isn't it? Oh no, it's not him.
No, I'll get him up quick. Sam. Oh, no, I'm not gonna be able to get it. Fucking. But anyway, he actually came second because there was a guy who was like had a better shape than him.
Yeah.
But his condition was bonkers.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely think it's possible. I think for most people it gets better with time.
Sure.
But that being said, it's definitely possible, yeah.
So it's just a matter of where you've never suffered this much, and then each time you diet, you suffer more, but it doesn't feel as hard.
I think a bit of both.
Right.
I don't know if you.
Yeah.
You can't really see it, can you? Oh, that's annoying. Anyway, he's fucking lean.
I think that because he's quite not small.
Yeah,
he's not a big bodybuilder, so the condition doesn't look like your condition because you got fucking 100 pounds more than on him.
Yeah. That's a good point. The condition looks different depending on how much muscle you got, doesn't it? That's true, actually. I think people get in their own head and almost like, oh, well, it's my first time, so therefore it's, you know, whatever. But what I've noticed with dieting on myself is how hard it was the first one. The first one, I thought, fuck me. I actually thought in my head, I remember, I was like, how do bodybuilders do this for years and years and years?
Yeah.
Because it was so hard, I thought, I don't know if I've got it in me. And you probably felt something similar. Like
I felt so many times that's you know.
But once you get through it, Chad, once you get through it, it's different.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. So I actually genuinely, hand on heart, find it easy now. It's easy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it just comes with time and experience, you know.
And the next question is ab work. So I said that because, you know, when you see my abs, they're quite shallow. Like they're just not deep, like how your abs are, for example. Or like we spoke, me and Dan spoke about this. Like I said, I've made it like a goal of mine. Every session, because I do cardio daily, right? So every cardio session for this prep, I'm going to do abs. I'm going to do like 6 sets of abs. I'm going to like say 3 sets of leg raises and like say crunches. Does that, would you say that would be helpful, or is that really not?
Yeah, it's funny.
Your take on ab work,
mate. Great timing. I had this thought in my own head. So I used to always train abs, and I feel like they were deeper before.
Right.
This is only anecdotal. There's no proof in this, but I would definitely say that there is benefit to training your abs. Okay. I would say a couple of things. Do it unweighted, so you're not like building your abs.
Yeah. I think for myself though, because mine are so shallow, then mine are like non-existent. Like you can, so you know when I pull up in the front double, you could see them like kind of like elongate.
Right. Yeah.
But they're not like.
What I would suggest is just before you pose, do some ab work, because you get like a little pump in your abs.
I cramp really bad though.
Oh yeah, you just got to get used to it. Like you
Yeah,
won't cramp over time. Um,
right.
I used to always do abs before I posed and stuff because it gave like a better look. Like when you stretch up front double or front lat,
Yeah,
and they kind of disappear a little bit.
yeah.
But if you've just done your abs, they often show. I find anyway. I think it's genetic and it's down to body fat, but also it can help to train them. Yeah, for sure.
Because I find mine are just like, even when I'm touching them, like I can't feel them like
You can't go in
massively
between.
deep. Yeah, they're not like deep.
Mm. Mine aren't that deep, but
Yeah, but yours are really good, and yours are symmetrical as well.
yeah, sort of, yeah. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile doing, mate. Definitely. If you're going to be going for a show this year for the first time,
Yeah,
yeah, you should do it, man. Definitely.
I'm gonna. I again with the ab work. I think that's going to be a big factor because it's something that I want to bring him up. And like Nick Walker, he talks about a lot about ab work.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. Every time you do cardio, just go and do a bit of abs as well. Each time, get used to it.
That's it. Because I'm like, I'm gonna do my cardio, then abs. Oh, because I'm not gonna do it after I train or whatever. But by showtime, I want him to be like decent. You know.
What did Dan say?
He said, yeah. He said he always used to train him, but he trained him so that he can build a huge deadlift.
Yeah,
He wanted a really strong core.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why.
Like. Is he got quite a thick midsection?
Yeah. Oh, bro. Even at like 290, he's got like visible abs.
Mm. He's going to be impressive when he comes down, isn't he?
Well, he's doing it this year.
I heard on your podcast, he said, oh, about me. He said, oh God, it takes the pressure off me. And it makes me think, oh, hopefully I can be as good as him when I'm his age about me. Bro, he's 26, yeah?
26, yeah.
By the time he's my age, he's going to be so far ahead of me. Like, it's not even close. Like, he would be hard to beat now, let alone in fucking 9 years time. Do you know what I mean?
No, I think you underestimate how good you are. Like you do.
That's nice of you to say, but he's fucking good.
Oh yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
And this is why I look at some like guys like him. So people will say, "Oh, like you look like that at 25." I'm like, "Yeah," but then there's him, and I'm like, he's that much more far ahead.
Have you trained with him?
No, well, I've seen him at shows and that. We've obviously chatted, but we've never trained together. We're planning to.
Yeah, it'd be good to see you guys, you and him stood side by side. Because actually, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think you've got a better silhouette.
Sure, but bro, he is. I mean, you've met him. He is big.
Mate, he's big.
When I first saw him that time, I was like, fuck. Yeah. I was like, you know, when you look at someone, you're like, what the fuck? Like, you know, when you look at someone in pictures, you're like, you're a bit like that. When you look at someone in pictures, you're like, it looks all right. And then you see them in person, you're like, oh.
Yeah, definitely. I felt down. I saw him at the PCA British Finals. He had a t-shirt on, and I was like, "Fuck!" It looks like he's got padding on underneath. Like it was so thick.
Yeah.
It made me feel a bit insecure, and I was like puffing myself up a little bit. You know?
Yeah, but I think some people like myself, I think not that I'm not heavy. Like I still get heavy, but like I think I look better in like kind of like in my videos. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can't see myself. Like, can I? But like, because I like, for example, when I'm just stood there, like my legs don't look like the way some people's look when they look at like massively thick. But I think because of my insertions, they just go.
Yeah. You
know,
they're inserted really low, aren't they?
My quads insert.
What I mean, my hip. But I mean, means your knee. What about by your knee?
Yeah, by my knee, I've got like giant teardrops.
Yeah.
I literally hold on. I put a picture up.
I saw that one. I saw the one with the t-shirt, La Familia.
No. Well, that focus.
There you go.
That's a different.
Fucking hell.
Like the teardrops are like they're just it's just how
your outer sweeps are really big as well.
It's because the insert of the hip.
Yeah, they're fucking good. Mine aren't like that. I've got a fucking My outer sweep's like quite small comparative to the rest of my leg.
You got really good teardrops as well, though.
The teardrop's okay, but the outer sweep is the bit I really.
I think that makes the quads look bigger, makes them look big, though.
The outer sweep is the fucking showpiece, though, isn't it? Come on, because that's what gives you that. You know, when you look at someone straight on, their quads like,
sure. And from the side, it gives you that look, that side leg.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
From the back,
yeah.
You know when have you seen mine? Like when I'm like bending over for a deadlift or something, and they're like,
it goes outwards. Yeah.
Like James Hollins. Like obviously, I'm not comparing our quads to James Hollins, but like that seems like the first person that comes to mind when like.
It's going to be so interesting. I'd love to see you and Dan go side by side at a little pose down, a little bit of fun. It'd be good.
Yeah, mate, I'd even happily like go and compete against him. Like I said, it's fun. I'd like to compete with as many people as possible.
You and him are on the same level, right? Like he's still an amateur, just like you. Like
sure.
It's not like he's won anything specific, is it?
No. I mean, he can't do first timers, but like because he competed in I think 19. But sure, of course.
So yeah, you and him are level pegging. So fuck it.
I think he's competing later on in the year. No, he's in prep now.
Why is he not? What? Hold on a minute. He live in Exeter?
Oh, yes.
So why is he not doing the Exeter show?
I think well, we spoke about this, and he goes like, "Look, I'm not saying what show exactly." But he goes about like sort of 16, 18 weeks. Well,
hold on a minute. I spoke to him about 3 days ago, and he said to me, well, we're both on prep. In about 10 weeks, we're both going to be lean. And that was about not even a week ago.
Oh, in 10 weeks,
he might be getting ready for it, mate.
He is.
What, Exeter?
Huh?
Yeah, but you said later on in the, I think he's getting ready for Exeter.
Exeter is in 12 weeks, though, bro.
And he said he's going to be lean in 10 weeks.
Bro, I'd love to go up against him. That would be so fun.
Great. Oh, please do that. I fucking want to see it.
He will beat me. I am. I
know that. You don't know that.
I am. No. For example, like I said to you, like I would really like to go up against you. Do I even stand a chance? No. But that's not the point. The point is, it's us that compete as mates, you know? I will do my best, for sure. But I think he's way too far ahead. Like, I still have time to catch up, like, catching up to do.
Yeah, I mean, looking at you both, I would suggest that he has got the advantage. I would say that. But you don't know.
No, you don't know.
You don't know.
Of course, yeah. But, like, is he better than me at this point in time? Yeah, of course. I would say so. But it's not that's not the point, you know. The point is it's just more like just us.
Yeah. I'd love to share the stage with you if that opportunity were to happen. Yeah, it'd be fucking great.
Because I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, Ryan's doing that show. I don't want to do that show. He will beat me." That's fine.
Yeah, fuck that shit. No, I don't see it that way. I always see it as fun. It's like experience, isn't it? It's like it's good.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if he's going to do that. Ideally, I'd want to do earlier. So I would say the Mercia show, which I think is like 2 weeks, like week before Exeter. So that's like, because I don't want to do a first timer show. Fuck that. I don't want to do first timers.
You do no one.
I'm not even going to do. See, that's kind of how I get myself in my head. I'm like, right. If I said to myself, I'm going to do a first timer show, that's almost like, and that will be okay. I'm like, no, I want to go into an open show.
Yeah, trial by fire, mate. Like properly go in. Would you? So if you did a proper show, like not a first time one, would you then go into the open bodybuilding or first timers?
Well, I don't really want to do the first timers because then I can't do the open.
Would you
on the PCA? Yeah. You pick one class.
Yeah. So in your heart of hearts, you want to do the open?
Well, I'd say I think so. Because look, for me, it's I don't know. What do you reckon?
I mean, you are a first timer, so you should be going in first timers. But it's you'd be class one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
But that's even more of a thing where I'm like, right, because I'm class one, I can't. You know what I mean? I've got to be.
Yeah. So it's like more motivation, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how I
like fucking let's go.
Now, because again, the thing is, like, I'm kind of thinking, right, well, I'm going to do that show that week. So potentially do first timers in the first week, and then next week jump into the next one. Next week jump into the other one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking hell, yeah, that'd be class. If you could like rack up like 3 shows in a row.
3 shows back to back to back. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
But I reckon like sort of where I'm at now,
yeah.
I reckon 12 weeks easy.
You have to send me an update of where you're at as well.
I will. Yeah, I'll send you some shots. You'll see. It's like I look different this year. It's like,
yeah.
Same as you. I mean, like you kind of like had that, like last year, you were like, you came up a different bodybuilder. Like, you know what I mean? You looked a lot more complete and just all over.
Like when I look back at my photos now, I'm like, shit, like I haven't been what I want to look like until last year. In my head, I was looking back, I'm like, oh, I'm not that. Like when I look at like 2018, I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
Let's say if you didn't look like that, would you still have done the universe? If you had a 2021 look.
Maybe just to see where I'm at. Yeah. I think if I had the 2021 look, I probably would have Connor would have beat me. I think Connor would have beat me. I think I probably even at the Universe, the guy who came 3rd place at Universe was fucking good. Like the guy who came 2nd was good as well, but I thought the 3rd place guy was fucking good. So yeah, I don't know if I would have beaten them 2021.
Because like the way I see it is for me, unless I look like I can be in the mix, I don't want to do it. I don't want to just make up numbers.
So if you get to like
no, this year there's no.
Okay, so if you get like a couple of weeks out and you feel skinny, you're not pulling.
I will, but do you know what? This is the mistake I've done before, where I'm like, I'm not going to be full all the time. Of course, I mean,
you have to flatten off. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm flat. I'm not flat now, but I'm fat, and because I'm not eating any carbs, I'm kind of just like, but I feel good. It's like.
Well, for those listening, if you've made it this far before we go, Dave actually texted me when he's tried to prep a couple of times before, and he texted me saying, I just don't want to do this. And he said, if I think about competing again, can you make sure you give me a slap kind of thing? That's what you said to me.
Yeah.
And now we are here.
Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of that motivation comes from the fact that we do a lot of these podcasts with a lot of these high level guys, and it's like it's like a different drive.
I love it, man. I'm buzzing for you, man. I think it's a really good idea. Really good idea.
Yeah. Especially because a lot of us like that are into that. We're gonna, and plus I'm at these shows all the time. I'm like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so,
I think where I have clients that I have like quite a few clients now that compete. It's almost a bit like, nah, I feel like I should be doing it.
Yeah, you want to like lead the way, like show them that you can fucking, yeah.
And even at that, because I'm like, fuck me, some of these guys are really good. I'm like, I don't want to look worse than them. I need to be like.
But I honestly think that your shape, you're at a point where just because you haven't competed, that doesn't mean you're not good. I think your shape is phenomenal.
See, you always gone about shape. I think shape's like okay, but like it's not like my inserts aren't like that special.
So
what on my physiques you look at and it screams like, what the fuck? Like
so for you, looking at you front on, your lat taper into your waist is big. Your bicep and tricep are both big. Like your biceps are crazy big. Your back is big. Your quads are big. Your glutes and hams are big. Tell me what's lacking.
My back's not.
Fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Your back's good, mate. I posted a lat spread the other day. It was like shit.
That was last time. When I was like, I don't know if I can. So the check-in that I sent to Louis yesterday, actually, of my back, which I'll send you when we go off here. But I don't know if you could see this. So this is like yesterday.
Yeah, look at the fucking taper on your waist, like your lat to waist.
My waist is still thick. Like,
but the rest of you's big. The rest of you's big.
Like where I'm at now. My waist comes in small, like which is why I think with the ab work, I can sacrifice some waist.
Tell me where you're lacking. You said back. You were
From
lying.
behind.
You were lying
From
on your back,
behind.
right?
I think from behind, my chest is torn. That's my biggest thing. Like,
I'll give you that torn pec, but you can
I can hide it. Yeah.
You're not lacking anywhere. I think your shape is phenomenal. Like, actually, I do.
Just
And I'm
need
not
to
just
diet
saying it.
down.
I'm not just saying it because you're here. I actually think it.
No. I know.
I actually think it. Yeah.
Just need to diet. That's all it is now.
Yeah, man. If you come in full condition, I think you're going to be a handful. I do.
And that's my thing. I'm like, right, I need to be on point.
Yeah.
I'm like, point.
No mistakes then.
No. And I think this is it. Like, I'm not because I'm not doing what these guys are like working in silence, but I'm not going to go posting pictures and shit. Like, I'll send it in like the group chat that we're in. So like you, Craig, Dan, Tom, like I'll send it to you lot because Dan was like, yeah, send me some pictures, but I'm not posting anything.
Yeah, just do it for yourself and just do it for your few friends and stuff like that, and that's it.
I think the kind of like what we spoke about, and consistently, like a lot of the guys have said, do your prep quietly. Don't go and be like, I'm this many weeks out, like I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Keep it down, keep it to yourself. Show the work.
Oh, 100%. That best piece of advice I give you anyone. Like just you don't need to announce it all the time. Like if you ask, and I've just said it when I'm doing my show, but you don't need to keep saying it all the time. Just do it and turn up. And that's it.
I think having a coach has been a big factor because I'm starting not in a fat position where normally me starting now, 12 weeks out, I'm like a fat fuck. So that's a big thing. Yeah. And also like, I'm quite difficult to be coached. I'm not really a coachable person. Or, I mean, you know.
My experience of coaching was fucking 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't,
6. That was in like 20. Yeah.
It was like 17, 18 sort of time, wasn't it? So yeah, I mean, I don't really remember, to be honest. And you were a different person back then. You were a different person.
Sure. But like now I'm kind of like, I'm just gonna follow. But that's because I have that trust. So like nothing against Martin, but like some of the stuff I was kind of like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, I don't find that that's what works, but I don't want to say that because I'm kind of like, whereas like with Louis, we're kind of like very much in sync. He's like, right, you like this, kind of like the way I work.
Mate, and that's fine. Like you're allowed to not enjoy someone's coaching style or training style. You're allowed. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not saying Martin's not good because Martin's good, but he just wasn't
very good.
Wasn't good.
Very good. Just not for me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
And it's not from a point of view like he's very attentive. He's a very, very good coach. Yeah. But I don't know some of the things like. But look, I never gave it enough time. It was only like a month. So
mate, it's fine. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you and Louis does work. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Louis' progress as well?
I haven't seen him. Because I speak to him, he's doing quite a long prep. So he said they obviously want to take him slowly, really slowly. I said to him, what I think is that you're someone that like your response isn't like mine or yours, like where we just respond. He is someone that takes a little bit of time to start picking up. So I said, if it were me, I would want to hit it hard off the bat, like start quite aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, personally,
I know Louis' body probably other than him and Tonk. I know his body better than like anyone. And Louis going that slow, I'm telling you now, something will need to change. Because he's just, as you say, his body's very unresponsive. And his prep will last 30 weeks.
Yeah.
Mark my words. And it's just too long. It's too long.
You start to fatigue.
Sorry, go on.
You start to fatigue, don't you?
Yeah. You got to attack it a bit more, as you just said. And if you ask Louis himself, he will tell you, go low and then refeed. Go low and then refeed.
What we said. So he will
tell you that himself. I guarantee you.
He kind of said to me, for myself, he's like, right, we're going to push really hard for about 2 weeks, peel back out. Push really hard, peel back out.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Louis will tell you himself. That's what he wants to do, but he's just following what Jimmy says.
Yeah. Well, look, that might work.
Well, time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah.
I just
He
think
said he's still
it's gonna
285. That's what he said. He's 285.
he's probably got another 50 to come off, to be honest.
He said, he said about 240-ish.
Yeah,
What was the last
230,
time?
240, somewhere in there.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be 220, 230. No way. Not 230, but even 220. I think where I was last time, I think where I now,
yeah,
250.
Yeah, 250. Well, I'll have to see your photos, but yeah, more than likely like 220 or something like that then, yeah.
No, because last time when I dieted, I was 230, 235. I think I need another 30 pounds. I think I need to be 210, 205, I reckon.
I'll wait to reserve judgment. What I will say is, and actually
Oh, look at someone like Brandon Harding.
Yeah.
When you're in proper condition, he's like 190.
Yeah.
At 6'1".
So basically, I remember sending my check-in to Louis when I was 265. And Louis was like, fucking hell, you're basically ready to go. And I went down to like 252. Like another 13 pounds came off.
Yeah.
Like at the point where I looked nearly ready, 13 pounds, that's almost a stone came off.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is, and it kind of mirrors what you just said, more needs to come off than people realize.
Yeah.
Quite often people are like, oh, just, 5-10 pounds. It's like,
no. Because you can look good at 220.
Yeah.
But good is not enough.
Like you would look 90% ready at 220 or 100% ready at 210.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? You'll end up looking bigger if you took the last bit off.
Yeah. Which is kind of like why I'm not kind of like mentally getting myself. I'm like, right, I'm looking for about 210, 205.
We'll see. I don't know. It's hard to put a number on it because everyone leans down differently.
I've never been there before. Yeah.
Everyone leans down differently.
Last time when I got to 230, I was like, right, that's kind of like when I was like last year when I like went from like after your show, after Manchester. I came back and I started dieting, and like after like 6 weeks of dieting, I was 230, and I was like, I looked decent. I was happy with how I looked. That's when me and Luke started.
I remember that look, and yeah, it was. You looked really good, and it was probably the best you ever looked, right? But
let me show you a picture. You can kind of.
What I remember taking from it, there wasn't that much leg separation, like quad separation. Was that?
Which, weirdly enough, that normally comes in first for me.
And it's weird because the photo you just showed me, your quads are separated.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I was doing no cardio then as well. I was literally doing like 20 minutes of cardio. So.
Yeah, that's.
No, I think that's later on. That's like 250 odd. Like when there's like a front relaxed. Oh, this one.
Click the screen. Tap the computer.
Oh, the computer.
Like the camera. No, it don't work.
No, it doesn't. But like, yeah. So with that look, it was kind of like, oh, that's the lat spread that you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. So that's 235. But I'm pinching my lower back.
Oh, is there a little bit of lower back? Yeah.
Oh, there's loads of lower back. It's just my. It's just I'm pinching it all forward.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe then. Maybe 210, as you say. I guess just see how it plays out, mate. But the next few weeks are going to be fucking interesting then.
Yeah. Well, again, I'll keep you posted. You'll see it, but I'm kind of going to keep it.
Well, that's fucking good. Well, on that note, mate, we're fucking cool because I actually got to go and do my cardio now.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. Great. Half hour on the Stairmaster.
I mean, we've gone for about 2 and a bit hours, so we've covered a lot, though. We've covered a lot.
Yeah, that was good fun, mate. I loved it.
So, see you later,
See you later on, mate.
Bye.